Hi, welcome back again. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. This is actually a makeover. This was a journal that's been sitting in my shop a bit. So I gave it a complete cover over, sure. And I really like it way better than what I had on there. So I added the spine of a very large antique geography book up here. I've got interior spines and all antique bits here. Cute little image of a deer here. That is from the early 1900s. We've got an arithmetic page, just a piece of a map, just really funky. And this is a piece, you can see the lettering on here. It was actually for Daisy Grain bag, and I used that as the base, and I just really love how it turned out. Now this journal, if you're a beginner or you want like a gift for somebody that's under, $60 US, this is, I'm not sure what the exchange rate is today, but it's around 52 to 56 US. So not bad, right? For a book that is completely filled with authentic antique and vintage ephemera. Now this one has 3 signatures as opposed to 4, which is why it's a little lower priced. These are the original first pages of the book, Bobbsey Twins, and I've got them tucked into this little vintage piece here that was a book protector. So that is an antique bit right there. And then I've got an antique postcard in here from 1932, and that is a French postcard. This is a really fun recipe page from 1955, Better Homes and Gardens. Children's vintage book page here, kind of fun. And then a early 1900s plate here. Look at that beautiful Santa Cruz, California image. Lovely. And then this is a 1936 Paris, France almanac page. Kind of fun little images there. And remember, that's during the very beginning of World War II. So some really cool bits in there when you put it to Google Translate. Got a handwritten thesis page here from early 1900s, and this is a 1950s how to play bridge piece. You can just you can tear it up and use it in clusters. You can journal on it in all the white space. Just have fun with it. Everything that I add in here is meant for you to have some fun with. There is one of the little coupons that I was gifted by Paige, a little 5-cent coupon from Milmar Foods. And this is another vintage children's book page, which is kind of fun. I added antique paper to the back again, so you have more writing space. And here is a sweet little 1940s baby card that you would have given with a gift. And that one is from Emma. You can open it up even and journal on the inside, and it's just adorable. That is a exactly 100-year-old page from Alice in Wonderland. And I just love this page. It's the Griffin and the Mock Turtle, classic. And then here we have another French piece here from 1937. And a vintage dictionary page, antique paper flower. Another children's book page, some crochet florets up there. And then this is just a really awesome advertisement from the 50s, or actually from the 40s, sorry, and the twin seam slip, and that's a journaling card. And then another wonderful little children's book page here that I made into a little booklet with all of my antique paper cutoffs. You can journal in there as well. Pretty sweetheart pocket there. And I love the pocket down here, book page that says other surprises. And that is from a 1950s doily making page. And then this top tuck here is from a 1938 envelope with a really cool stamp on there. And this really sweet vintage playing card, quite old and worn, but look at those sweet little kittens amongst the roses, to die for. And then we've got another fun children's book page here, and a 1905 perennials page there. And this is just a one-sided piece here from a vintage book, so you can journal on the back of that as well. And then here's a nice triple pocket. This is wonderful, and that is from 1913. Just look at the graphics and the font. Oh my gosh, it's so lovely. I put antique paper on the back of that as well for you to write on. And then a handwritten hand-typed research paper and from 1800s, and then a 1938 flinch card. And I can swap out that number for anything you'd like. Monopoly money, you can journal on the back of that or use it in your clusters again. and a vintage spice card. There's two of them actually in here, green onion and mustard. And there's another little vintage piece here with lots of different architectural features on there. And another fun children's book page, a little farmyard one here. Oh, sweet cow and a little duck. And another doily making page there. Another antique flower, Birds of America from early 1900s. I love those. These pages are so silky. And look at this cool plate. And that is from a antique art book. Really neato Pepito. Little women pocket here. That's an antique women's edition. And then just another really Magic Garden page there. Antique book for more journaling space. And there is a beautiful vintage ledger sheet handwritten on. I love it. And then this is just a little waterfall card, and you can see the binding holes up here. Oopsie. And look at this map of the Roman Empire. That is fabulous. That is an antique map from a history book. Pardon me. More vintage. It's from a vintage book there. This is from Vintage Trees of America. I love it. Best Loved Trees of America. Beautiful. And more journaling space, and just another 1927 catalog page of women's makeup. And all. It's fun to look at all the prices and the names of the different makeup companies there, and especially the packaging and the original back cover. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. You can find that at hyperstamper.etsy.com. Come back soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.